Welcome to a new series of Battle Brothers, an excellent turn-based RPG game where you are in charge of a mercenary company of your choosing that you can create from the beginning of the game, and we're going to play in expert mode / Iron Man mode, so I can get as much achievements as I can while also having the most recommended experience the developers want me to have. So let's get right to it, shall we? The last battle. It all went wrong 2 days ago. The company was hired to track down Hoggart the Weasel and his band of raiders. But it was them who found you first. An ambush. Some joke about horses cut short by an arrow to the throat. Arrows shooting in from everywhere at nowhere. Men holler and scream. A great volume before death. As the hail subsides, you draw your weapon and rest of the men, only to collapse to your knees. An arrow has punctured your side. You shout in pain. A harried glance sees the men's charge without you to make a valiant last stand. Met in force and steel clashes with steel. You meet eyes with the captain, a last nod before his throat is cut. You left in command now of what few men remain. Trembling in pain, you lean on your sword with all your will. You can muster, slowly rise again. To the end. Alright. It's a little drawn out. Oh, fuck. He just bashed his head in. Alright, so Leinhard, Mr. Crossbowman. You can at least probably shoot this guy. And you miss. Lovely. That must be Hoggart. Yep. I don't think so. Dang. He already knocked out my axe guy. I keep forgetting this is expert mode too, so they're gonna be a bit more tricky. Oh, give me a break. That was like point blank, dude. Does he have a weapon on him? Yes, he does. That'll work. Trying to bash me? Don't think that'll work. Not today. See if I can destroy his shield with my axe. And I did. And that's all I can do for him. Nah, gotcha. Finally. Ooh, that was a good one. And we chopped his head off. Excellent. Oh, no loot. At least nobody died. Oh, more stuff to read. Okay. Excuse me. The aftermath. You're alive. We won. The adrenaline fades, and in its wake you can't help but sink back to the ground. Gritting your teeth, you snap the arrow shaft. Your chest heaves, pain for breath. Everything blurs. The company has been devastated, cut down to but a few men, and that blasted Hoggart did justice to his name, fleeing like a weasel he is. What now, Captain? A voice says from behind. It's Walram, who sits down beside you, bedding his bloodied axe on his legs. You turn to him to reply, but before you can answer, he continues. Bernhard's dead. They slit his throat. He is a good man, and a damn good leader, but all it took was one mistake. That makes you the one who's in charge now, don't it? Lionheart the Quick joins the two of you, still breathing heavily, and then Olaf the Merciless. Save the ceremonies and anointments for another day. Let's give the men a good burial and return to Schweikhof to collect our pay. The Weasel's men are slain, after all. Besides, Captain, we ought to see to that wound before we lose you, too. Wouldn't want you to leave Lionheart the Quick in charge, right? So be it. Alright, we survived. Schweikhof. That's what it's called. Not Schweikhof. I don't know. The names are a little wacky. Kinda hard to pronounce. But I still enjoy it. It's all Germany. Germanish. Oh, come on. Almost there. Return to Schweikhof. What a sore display it must be for the onlookers as you arrive in Schweikhof. 4 bloodied and beaten mercenaries down on their luck. The man who hired the company days ago, Gebhard the steward, no doubt expected you to return in more glorious fashion. Still he welcomes you to his house and offers bread and wine, while a servant fetches a healer. Few words are exchanged except for an occasional grunt and wheeze of the elderly man with shaky hands tend your wounds. A pin pierces your skin, the first of many stitches to come. You grit your teeth till you think you hear one break. Gebhard the steward sits beside you and asks if you took care of Hoggart. You shake your head. We killed his men, but the weasel eluded our blades in the end. The healer waves around a glowing fire poke, suggesting he wants to push it into your wound. You nod, and he does so. For a moment, that's all there is. You are not a man, but a pinch of fire, flesh from flame, a golem of pain. Gebhard the steward hands you a goblet of wine. You did well, Sellsword. The brigands have been removed, though it's a shame that Hoggart still lives. We expect to get paid for this. Gebhard the steward gasps. Well, naturally, 400 crowns as agreed upon. He gestures towards a servant who rushes to your side with the pay in hand. I wonder, may I make use of your services one more time? I very much like to end the headache that is Hoggart once and for all. And I would like to pay you again, of course, another 400 crowns, shall we say? Waldron scoffs and turns to drink more wine, but Olaf the Merciless stands to speak. Yes, the company is in ruin, but we will rebuild it. Without the Brotherhood of the Sword, Waldron would drink the crowns away and end up begging on the streets, and I not the Quick. By the gods, we all know he'll be chasing the women folk until one of you stove his rotted head in. We need the Brotherhood of the Sword. It's all we have. What do you say, Captain? Warren burps and raises his cup to you. Lionheart the Quick playfully thumbs his nose and nods. Kill that bastard Hoggart or not, it's up to you, Captain. Yes, we have unfinished business with Hoggart. Plus it's 400 gold. It's not that bad. Gebhard the steward claps his hands in satisfaction. Excellent. My little birds will need some time to find where Hoggart is hiding his hole now. In the meantime, I suggest you see about stocking up on supplies, so that you'll be good and ready to end this when the time comes. I shall see you in a few days, time at the latest. As you leave Gebhard the steward's house, the stand on the outskirts of Schweikhof, Olaf the Merciless seeks a word with you. We need more men, Captain. I know a big speech back there, but bravado won't be shite. We need warm bodies in the ranks. Figure we need good men. Find at least 3 good men, buy them good decent weapons, and dress them in the best armor we can afford. The man pauses to glance around. I bet this Bodunk town's got a desperate peasant or 2 looking for a new life. Or we can try to travel to Erlach in the southeast. Them city folk aren't always as hardy as the country bumpkins, but we're more likely to find men willing with fighting experience, stopping the rest there. That's what should we do? Shall we do? Okay, so here's the armorer. Of course, they'll always sell you stuff that's super expensive. I could buy their best piece of armor right now, which isn't bad. But then that's like all of our money. Olaf, Walram, and Leinhard. Dissatisfied. Lost most of the company. I guess we're going historical with that. If normal difficulties, I don't think you get that penalty. Alright, we don't really need armor right now. I wouldn't think. What is that? Copper? Oh wow. Goat cheese. Some more ground stuff. Food. Leave. Alright. Let's hire some country bumpkins. A bigger Houston. The thing about hiring people is you don't know what their backgrounds are until they're in your company. But you can kind of get an idea what their background is from what their jobs are or what their professions are. So this miner guy, he is going to use a pickaxe as a weapon, of course. And he probably has more strength since he's a miner. But he might be a coward since he's just a normal guy. Just, you know, thought maybe being a mercenary would be easy work, but not really. Something like that. Oh, this guy's a day teller. It's cheap. 90. Yeah, why not? Berthold the pig. And then Sigbold here is a mason. So he might be strong. He's a little expensive. But he might be worth it. Halson's really cheap either way. He has a cheap daily wage and a cheap upfront cost. But he could be very craven and like cowardly. So he wouldn't do good in battle. But it could be worth it. Who knows? Sometimes they're normal. So and we have a lot of money. So we'll hire both of these guys. Now it just leads it down to Ruthard, which is like a butcher. Or Volkmar, the miner. Or Volker, sorry. Volker, he's 20 gold cheaper.